Alright then. Now, today's video gonna be about weird names. And we all know people that have had weird names. You've all probably seen a person who has like a weird name or prefers to be called a very not even relatively close nickname. It's very confusing and weird. Like the most like famous example that I can think of that's actually weird is Elon Musk's kid at one point with the equation where it was like X plus to the Z to the Y to the D or whatever the flip it was called. I don't even know why in the name of God would you ever name your kid an equation? I mean, like, he named his kid, I think, the equation for dark matter. I'm like, what? Hold on. Why? It's a very questionable behavior to do. But that's Elon Musk, and I think he changed it eventually over time. But we're gonna be just talking about like weird names that are either gone like out of date or never should have really ever been a thing. Um, let's get the number one thing off the list. Edgar. Now we all know Edgar, the name for the cut that really should never be on a person. Bro got the, people were like, bro got that Edgar cut. He be looking not even that good. He got that Edgar cut. Now, I don't know why, in the name of God, you would name your kid Edgar in the 21st century, but, it's a very, very weird decision. But consider the fact that if you name your kid Edgar, I think your kid might be bullied or will be bullied. I'm just saying that right now. It's kind of like it's an outdated name. Like the guy who wrote the poetess Edgar Allan Poe. He was named, yeah, clearly named Edgar and all that stuff. But that was at his time. It was like 1800s, I'm pretty much sure. So I don't really see anyone really named Edgar anymore, and that's a good thing. Because now, like, I think my generation, maybe Gen Z or Gen Alpha, I don't know which. I'm Gen Z, I think. Have really like changed the meaning of the name Edgar into being like weird emo boy. It's like an emo person name. Which, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But overall, like anyone who names their kid Edgar kind of is crazy. All right, next up, Brick. I'm sorry, but why would you name your kid after like um a construction item, brick? That's so creative. I think it was a perfect idea naming their newborn son Brick. Imagine having a daughter named Brick. I know that doesn't make any sense, but like it just doesn't really make any sense to me why people would think about naming their kid Brick. There have been people, let's just say that, and it's very, very, it's different, but not in the good kind of different. The very bad different. Like that's something that I don't think any normal person should ever do. And you cannot lie, I don't think you would ever name your kid Brick. I'm sorry to people that do name their kids Brick. Um, it's just I'm not gonna say you made a horrible decision. This is all just my opinion. All right, good. Now that that's done, next up on the list, Saturn. Explain to me why you would ever want your name to be after a planet, a giant planet with rings in our solar system. Or I'm thinking Jupiter. Probably I'm wrong. But I don't really think that's like naming your kid Earth or Moon. It's not, well, Moon would be more like a nickname. I don't think you would ever have like Earth as a name or a nickname. I'm sorry. That's just not a thing that should happen. Long story short, just don't name your kid after planets. Why would you ever want to name your kid after, unless if it's like something that makes sense? Oh my god, I'm hoping someone doesn't name their kid Uranus. That'd be horrible. They'd get bullied. Yeah, don't do that. If you call someone like Moon by nickname, that's it. That's the only good thing. I'm sorry. Do not name your kid after Jupiter or Saturn. I'm sorry. All right? No. What's up next up on the list? We got, oh brother. Um man, just wow. I don't know. I don't have 100% have a lot of names necessarily, but ooh, I mean, dang. This whole entire video has made me really think about the world and how there's like, 8.1 billion people, but there are people out there that will do things that you would never think anyone should ever do. It really made me think about why would people do this? Why would people blank? Who did blank? It made me think. And I'll take that as like a good thing. But overall, this entire video, just don't name your kids something weird.